Hey, it's Jordan. I am here at the picket line in Center Line, Michigan at the Mopar, which is Stellantis. It is day 19 of the United Auto Workers strike between UAW against Stellantis, GM, as well as Ford. We've been all over the place: Ohio, Chicago, Michigan, Canada. I'm losing track of time, but day 19 out here with Cotter. You're with Stellantis here at the Mopar facility. What kind of vehicles do you make here?
Actually, we supply all the parts for all the dealerships across the world.
So you guys have been on strike now for over a week because they launched this at the distribution parts last week, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So tell me, how long have you been working at this facility?
26 years.
26 years. So you've been through the battles.
Yes, I have.
Tell me, for you, what was the core top issue that we really needed to go on strike?
We needed to address the tiers. The tiers are supposed to be at 25%, and yet right now they're above 50%. So it's unfair and unjust when we're making 40% raises across the board and $250 billion over 10 years, and they're working at $16 an hour at Stellantis.
Yeah.
So it's unjust, and we sacrificed when the company was going bankrupt, and we gave up everything, our cost of living, everything.
Trying to get this B out of your hair.
So over 11 years, more than that, we haven't received any type of, rewards or justification.
The more people I talk to, you just hear horror stories. I talked to someone yesterday at Ford. They were a temp. They got laid off 3 times, and then they get rehired, but it restarts the clock. So you don't even get the time you've been there to go towards becoming full-time.
No, we have actually temps that have been here 5 years, 6 years. They haven't hired yet. So they're actually just taking advantage. I mean, this is not 1920. Everybody should eat well when the company is doing well. So it's just unjust and unfair, too, especially for the youth, the younger people coming up.
What do you think each of these CEOs, they go on TV or hold press conferences, they seem to want violins for them. They keep saying, this is historic offers that we've made. It would make you the wealthiest auto workers on earth, what they've already offered. They say they won't be able to stay in business or be competitive. It seems like a lot of nonsense to me.
Of course it's nonsense. When you're making $25 million a quarter, of course it's nonsense. They know that 76% of America is on our side, and so they're trying to persuade some of the popular vote to go on their side. Right. That's all.
Remember, folks, it is hot out, and we have been here long. This is day 19. So please smash that like button, and if you can, please support us. This is expensive. StatusCoup.com/join. If we could get about 15 to 20 new members to sign up every day, we could fund and continue to stay out here, because I think this strike is going to continue for the considerable future. So 16 cents a day, that's all I'm asking for. $5 a month is 16 cents a day. Thank you for bearing with me through that. Tell me about you. I'm talking to so many people. I mean, shoulders, back, knees, neck. How have you fared working for nearly 30 years here?
Of course. We start off young. That's the thing. They get you when you're 24, 25, and 26 years later, now your knee hurts and your back hurts. But it's okay. No complaints. I mean, it's anything to support the families, We do what we have to do, right? We're blue collar. We represent the building blocks of America. Yeah. So,
And something that really sticks out to me is all these companies, they seem to be on the same exact, talking points. Oh, pensions are a thing of the past. Well, if you can't afford pensions, why can they afford hundreds of millions of dollars in stock buybacks?
And bonuses, yes. Of course. I mean, they got rid of, once you get rid of something that benefits the company, they never want to see the employees get it back, of course. So like I said, right now it's corporate greed, and all we're saying is, hey, you guys are feeding yourself. Let the employees that are building this company up and letting you prosper get some back.
Right.
Reward them back. Show your appreciation.
And tell me about, because obviously each place I go, it's really the workers are kind of feel like a family, and you stick together. But I hear, I mean, this is a parts plant, but I'm hearing horror stories where you can't get off the line for longer than a couple minutes. You're clocked every second. People are, working on hundreds of cars in one shift. How is it in there in terms of, are they really on you, time, productivity?
Well, like I said, of course they're gonna want the most they can get out of the workers. But like I said, at the end of the day, we don't mind working. That's what we do. We are Americans. We love to work, and that's how we build this country up. That's why we're the greatest country in the world. So let's just be fair, and hey, as you guys make money, and share it with your workers. That's it.
Yeah.
But as for hard work, there's no problem with hard work. This is what we do. We're built for this.
And for you and your colleagues here, tell me about, inflation has been really devastating the last couple of years. Even if you've been here 26 years, I'm sure even for you, I don't know if you have kids or this and that, it's a struggle.
Of course. I mean, like I said, groceries doubled. Tuition is $10,000 a semester. I mean, at the end of the day, all we're doing is just trying to pay our bills and raise families. That's it. We're not going to be the multi-millionaires. We just want to be comfortable, able to feed and put our kids to school so they can become something in this world. Right.
And lastly, tell me about, you hear from the media, it to me seems a little too sympathetic to the companies, but the media kind of paints it like, oh, this is going to hurt consumers, and this is going to hurt suppliers, and this is going to hurt the economy. They don't really say anything when the CEOs get massive bonuses about that hurting anybody. How do you think the media coverage has been? Do you think it's been fair?
I think it's been fair. I mean, they're focusing a lot on the employees, and and our president, UAW president's holding strong, and like I said, the support, once the support is on our side, like it's been with across the nation, then the media is going to be on our side too, because you're not going to go against the grain. So it hasn't been that bad.
I don't know if I agree with that, but then again, I don't like the corporate media. Last question. Listen, we're now headed into 3 weeks. You never know. They could make a deal tomorrow with all three, or they could go into the holidays. How long do you and your colleagues think you could kind of last if this is going to go in for a couple months?
No, we will last until they make it right. If it takes 2 months, 2 months. If it takes 6, whatever it takes. We're going to stand strong. We are UAW, and we're strong. This is what we're doing, and we need to make this stance, and it hasn't been a stance like this in a long time. So, hey, let's do this. Let's show them.
By the way, remember, folks, we've been on the ground for 19 days, as the workers could tell you, as the retirees could tell you. Pretty hot out, okay? We've been in Ohio, we've been in Canada, we've been in Chicago, we've been all over Michigan. John behind the camera's been here the whole time. Tina replaced me for a few days, now I'm back. It's very expensive, and we are not CNN, we don't have their resources, and we're not owned by a multi-billion-dollar corporate conglomerate. I don't think you're going to hear these stories in depth on this company, soulless corporate villain that have purchased your company. So I hope you're getting that, because that's what I'm getting from being out there. And I think particularly this line of work, I mean, I don't know, they'll have to assume the overwhelming majority need the health care when they retire. Hey, it's Jordan. We are here in front of a local Lansing restaurant where GM workers are picketing on day 1 of their strike, day 15 in total of the UAW strike, here with Jennifer, who's been here for 8 years.
Yep.
And you came up to me, so you've been watching our coverage. Tell me about, were you guys kind of itching to join this strike?
Yes.
And what's the feeling now?
Actually, the feeling within my plant is we're just tired. Oh my gosh, we've been working 9-hour days, 6 days a week. We only get like 1 Sunday off a month. We don't have any family time, and it's just tiring. This really isn't about money. I mean, we just want some good quality family time.
Right.
So,
Work-life balance.
Yeah. Most definitely. So we give a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of bruises, and we want to be taken care of.
And tell me about the GM plant. We were just there. It's massive. So, I mean, I'm talking to workers who are saying, like, they're pumping out 1 car a minute, 2 minutes.
Yep.
I mean, you guys must be like robots there.
I worked last night. I worked from 5 p.m. to 2:30 a.m., and I put on 430 seals and took off 420 doors. So, yeah, you know, when you times 420 times 3 bolts, that's how many I did. So, you know what? It's tiring. It hurts.
You were showing me your hands. You got
Bruises.
bruises.
Yeah, bruises. So I've already had 2 surgeries because of the plant in 8 years. Yeah, we're tired.
And Mary Barra, your CEO, she was on TV a few weeks ago, gave some weird formula. 92% of my salary comes from the company's performance.
Yeah.
Do you think she might not realize who's performing?
I'd like to see her try to make a car. I really would. Because, I mean, it would take her a while, you know? A lot of the jobs in there are really hard. Some are easy, but for the most part, they're hard.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a bit much.
Tell me about your plant, the one in Chicago, are the ones that were added today. Do you feel this strategy of kind of one at a time? It's been 2 weeks, so far, Ford has sweetened their offer, Stellantis has sweetened their offer, not GM. So do you like this strategy?
Yeah, in the beginning, I was telling people, okay, he needs to stop hitting them with a long stick. He needs to throw a rock at them and wake them up. So I think this might have been the rock.
Okay.
So I hope.
And you see the other media coverage, which, if you ask me, has been a little too friendly to the companies.
Yes.
They seem to be towing the line. Oh, this is going to hurt consumers, the economy. What have you felt about the local media coverage?
Well, my mom, who's a very much Republican, I love her, but
My parents too.
She was afraid this was going to hurt Ford. She believed that Ford was going to go bankrupt, and I had to break it down for her and explain to her, no, Mom, it's not.
I want to tell her they made $24 billion last year.
Yeah, I had to have a long talk with her, and you know, she says, well, you make more money than I've ever made. And I said, yeah, but Mom, I said, did you come home with aching hands? Did you have to have surgery twice from injuries? And so she kind of understands.
Was gas $3.70 when she was coming up?
Yeah, probably not.
Right.
So, yeah, it is a big difference.
Yeah.
So,
Last question. Tell me about, it seems that this is kind of, expanding beyond just the auto industry. Kind of other industries are starting to look at this and get excited, particularly the workers. Obviously, we know Blue Cross workers are on strike, other workers are on strike. Do you think that this could kind of expand beyond the auto industry?
I think so. Actually, I don't think so. I believe so. People are tired of corporate greed. And this is exactly what it is, corporate greed.
I mean, thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, shout out to Danya. And
Awesome.
Shanna
There you go.
from Wentzville. See you guys.
Hey, I'm here with Warren in front of the Lansing picket line. This is GM Lansing that started their strike today, day 15 overall of the UAW strike. Warren, a Status Coup fan. Tell me how long you've been working at GM.
I'm actually a temp worker. I've been there about a year or so, and just trying to make, ends meet, as far as getting employed in there and stuff. And ending the tiers is going to be a big thing as far as helping us new employees out. But my main thing is as far as helping the retirees and the people that have been here and making sure they have the right things and they're taken care of. That's one of my main goals for it. So
Yeah, I know retirees that haven't seen an increase in over a decade.
Crazy.
And Social Security certainly not providing enough.
Absolutely.
So as a temp worker there, you're basically doing similar work to somebody making 10, 15 bucks more.
Yeah, it's I left a previous job that was making more money just for the opportunity to work at GM because I was thinking that I was going to be making more money once I got hired in. But with the tiers, that became a problem. But now that they're pushing through the tiers in the end, it's going to be really helpful for us for as far as temps getting us into the next level. So
Yeah. I mean, most companies, you have like a couple months, maybe
Right.
probationary period,
Sure.
but 8 years. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's unrealistic. I don't know how anybody can be sustainable making what they make at this wage for 8 years. That's especially in this economy. The inflation is too high; you can't survive. So that has to change, and that's why we're doing what we're doing.
The Ford CEO gave a little press conference today. He made it seem like, Ford is offering the best package of all time, that the UAW is basically holding the deal hostage over electric plants that aren't even in existence yet, and yada, yada, yada. He made it seem like basically what they've offered would make you the wealthiest auto workers in existence.
You'll never have to worry about anything ever again, right?
Seems like there's some fudging of the narrative there.
Well, the thing about it is if it doesn't affect them directly as far as their pocketbooks, it doesn't affect them. They don't care. Out of sight, out of mind. And you have to realize this is coming from somebody they have generational wealth. And so it's not going to affect them and they don't care. Right. The bottom line is they care about the bottom dollar, right. So it's hearing that it just blows your mind and it just misses me because like I said, it doesn't affect me what he's saying. It's the proof is in the pudding. What are you going to do?
Well, I get like a vibe from these CEOs that you should just be grateful you're getting anything.
Sure. Like you feed your dog the scraps and he's be thankful that that's what they're trying to do. But if they're in our shoes and they're fighting what we're fighting and they're living the way that we have to live on these wages, that's going to change. That tune will change. But these people, as far as these executives and they're just out of touch. Right. The bottom line is they're out of touch. And hopefully this changes that.
Yeah. What do you think of the media? I mean, they show up for like 5 minutes, they do an interview or two, then they slice it down to 20 seconds for the nightly news. And most of them that I see are kind of towing the line that this is going to hurt consumers and the economy. I don't know. It seems like they kind of just regurgitate whatever the companies say.
Well, you have to realize they have a job to do, and it's just the sensationalism, and they're doing their job, what they're supposed to do. But that's why it's important for people like you, to come out and support and really show what's going on with the workers and the people and tell the real stories. That's why it's important that you're doing what you're doing.
Well, thank you, sir.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes. All this.
People should support Status Coup.
Absolutely. You have nothing else to do. That's just as important as this. Support this show, please.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It's expensive to do real reporting. That's why no one does. That's why no one does it.
Like, subscribe, support.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
man.
guys.
Appreciate it.